Hey everyone, Justin here with Mountain Beast Mysteries. Today I wanted to talk to you about some potential evidence that made itself apparent to me during the filming of WILDMAN, My Search for Sasquatch, and that is the handprints on the car window. Now I've went over this before in my other video, the WILDMAN interlude, and of course you can see it in WILDMAN, My Search for Sasquatch, the actual documentary. But to me, of all the trips I've been on, it was the creepiest and strangest piece of evidence that I have ever found. And I didn't even have to go looking for it. It just kind of, made itself apparent. So when me and my crew went out to one of the locations in Nordegg, we woke up the first morning to find these handprints on the car window. And the night before we heard a loud crash in the woods. And we went to investigate, but we found nothing because it was, really dark out. And the next morning to find these handprints on the car, it just seemed kind of strange. Now, throughout the night, we didn't really hear anything come up to the vehicles or to the tents. We also didn't find any footprints. So that's another weird thing as well. I don't know where the handprints came from. It was just really strange that we found them at that time, at that place. The prints themselves were small. They were like small hands, and they were smaller than our hands, but they had dermal ridges. They were very clear. There's no mistaking them. The weird thing is the handprints were oily. Like there was thick, really dark colored oil, and we know it's dark, and it was almost black because on the car, which was white, there was some of the oil smudged near the handle. But yeah, it's almost like if you put your hands together and kind of make a butterfly shape with them, it was kind of like that, but pressed against the window in two different spots. And it appears that both sets of handprints, because there was two sets, that both sets were different sizes, meaning that they came from different creatures or different people. We're not really sure. We didn't see anybody come up to the vehicle at all the day before when we were traveling to the location. It's really hard to explain, and we all tried to come up with our own theories on what they could be or how they got there. I've seen other cases just like that, and they look almost identical. Like the oily handprints left on cars and car windows, a bunch of cases out in Ontario, and one gentleman that is friends with me on Facebook has photos of the same type of occurrence. So seems to be a common thing in the Bigfoot world, that they like to come up to vehicles and they're just curious. The pattern of the hands, it was just really weird. It was like, seemed playful and like, I don't know, like it was almost peaceful and playful. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, just a cool thing that happened, and I'm glad I was able to, film it and document it. And, I posted all the photos that I took of it, which clearly show the dermal ridges. So, it's one of those things, like people will comment and they say, oh, it's definitely bear prints, it's bear prints. Well, the last time I checked, bears don't have dermal ridges and fingerprints. Like, they're not primates. And I don't understand why people don't get that. So it's very strange. It almost feels like, there's a chance that Sasquatch could be like a interdimensional being, because it's weird, like little pieces of evidence will be left behind, but it doesn't really make sense. Like sometimes you'll find a track, or you'll find two tracks, and that's it. They just end. And then you find handprints, but there's no tracks in the ground beside like the vehicle that they were left on. And it's just unexplainable. It just adds to the mystery. And because there's no footprints beside the vehicle, of course skeptics are going to eat that up and say, yeah, that's because nothing happened there. It was all prior or staged. So it's a tough thing to kind of decipher and to determine what it actually is, and I'll never know for sure. If you've had any experiences like this, or if you found evidence like this, let me know. Write it in the comments section. Anything else you want to hear about, any other topics, especially about Bigfoot, let me know and I'll try and touch on it. But thanks for listening, and have a good night.
Thumb would be right there.
Yeah.
There's 6.
There's 6 fingers there.
That's weird. Just walking up to our car here.
It was parked. It'd be that side. That's the forest side.
Yeah.
This was the side to the woods, yeah.
Yeah, we were walking up to the car here. I was just about to get some more stuff before we head out, and we noticed a few of these kind of strange looking handprints, like up to my hand. You can see what would be the palm, or what looks like the palm is a little bit lower, so it almost looks as though something maybe put a hand on here and then peered in.
That bottom part just looks weird, like more fingers.
Yeah.
And they both are this like similar pattern.
Yeah, I don't know why any of us would have put our hands on the window there.
I can tell you I didn't walk on this side of your vehicle.
No, I haven't.
So.
And there'd be no reason for us to put our hands on the window there, so almost looks like something trying to look at what was inside, possibly. But strange.
Well, I didn't hear anything in the night either.
Nope.
So there's two, eh?
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Was that there yesterday though? Like
Well,
when you were driving?
it was dusty here last night. Like the car has gotten a lot of dust since we've been here, so if there was something on the window there, wouldn't have shown up until the dust blew by. I don't recall seeing anything like that on.
I don't think it's a handprint though, because look, when I touch it, that's what like it would be a lot
You
clearer.
can see finger ridges though.
If there's
oil and then
there
the
is
dust.
grease
Oh,
and then
okay.
the dust goes on it.
You can see finger ridges like that.
But
Line.
yeah,
Or what do you mean?
but yeah, it was like this.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Let's see the palms. Can you see?
Doesn't look like there's much of a smear there.
No, you can see it's definitely like that's palm prints, but let's see.
They definitely look like fingertips.
They are.
And
Well, they
But
are.
How is
you
it?
can
How is
see.
it? Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But the thumb, that doesn't line up. It's got to be pressed twice.
yeah.
But it smeared its palm, whoever did it, right?
Yeah, you can see like dermal ridges
Yeah.
on that. So it is something did touch.
Either us or.
Yeah,
And it was like that, right? Or
we can't call that any kind of conclusive evidence, but
Like this and then like that. Oh.
why would you put your hands like that?
Exactly.
Like,
Why
that's
would
just-
I ever? Like you would never push a door shut from the window. You'd always go down there, which is strange.
What's this?
what someone was like.
That
that
could be.
anything?
That
Unless
would be.
someone
a
was
guess.
I did peer in on the other side.
Weird.